go ahead and show you how you can use SkyCiv to solve a truss. You can see that I'm using a free account, so I'm not paying for any sort of subscription. You have all these different software packages within SkyCiv, which are pretty cool for certain courses, though you won't use very many of them. So for POE, we can use Section Builder and Truss Frame are probably the two most ones that you're going to use. So for trusses, we'll go ahead and click on Truss Frame. It gives us the option for 2D and 3D. We'll do 2D and launch that. And now we get into the design of the model itself. So we'll go ahead and design the model, and then once we're ready, you should see a little green check mark right up at the top here next to model, and then we can move into solve. So it's important that you identify your joint as an ordered pair, x comma y, and you can go ahead and do that. You define what the origin is, it's up to you, but you can go ahead and use that to define your nodes or your joints. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first joint at 0, 0, and then my second joint, so now you notice the node ID number 2, I can go ahead and put that at maybe 4 or 3, 0, so it's going to go 3 units over. One of the things you can do is change your settings. You can see right now I'm in the metric system, and so if I go to settings, you'll see metric. If you want to change your force to newtons, you can. If you want to change your meters, or your length to meters, you can do that, or you can change it to different units. So let's see here. I think that's about all I want to change. So I can close that. All right, so I'm 0, 0, 0 or 3, 0. I can go ahead and create another one at 6, 0. Apply, and then I can go ahead and go over 3 and then maybe up 3. So let's do that. Alright, so there's my my joint, so I can go ahead and go back, and I can add members. There's all these other options that they've added that you don't necessarily need for this. Really, I just need to select my nodes. So I can go ahead and type those in. I'm going to go from node 1 to node 2 and hit apply. I'm going to go from node 2 to node 3. You can see I'm typing it over here. Hit apply. I'm going to go from 2 to 4. Hit apply. 2, actually 1 to 4. Hit apply. 3 to 4. Hit apply. And there's my truss. I can now add supports. So it asks you for the node ID. So I can go ahead and select node number 1. I'll make that one a pin support. And notice that it doesn't give you an orientation for the pin. You have the different orientations, either horizontal orientation, depending on the surfaces supported on. It doesn't matter because the pin support supports in 2 directions, X and Y, regardless of its orientation. So that's why they don't give you additional options there. So you just hit apply. And then at node number 3, I'm going to go ahead and put a roller. That one does give you horizontal or vertical rollers, so depending on the orientation. It just may not orient it the way you want, but again, what matters is the direction of that reaction force, either being in the X or Y direction. So in this case, I want it to be in the Y direction, so I'll select the horizontal roller and apply. Okay. So that works out just fine for this design, and I can go ahead and go back now. And now that I've got my model, I can go ahead and add some loads. I'm going to add a point load at node number 4. I'm going to do each of my applied forces separately. So in the X magnitude, that's going to be 0, but in the Y magnitude, I'll do like negative 100 newtons maybe. Hit apply. You can see that there. And then at node number 4, I'm going to go ahead and do a force in the X direction, or to the right, with a magnitude of 0. So cool thing about this is that if you wanted to put a force at an angle, you can go ahead and do that with these X and Y's. And so I can go ahead and, for example, put another one at 4 and have a magnitude of 10 and a Y magnitude of 50. Hit apply, and you can see that it calculates that at an angle for you. So it's 50.99 newtons up and to the right at some angle. But I don't want that, so I can go ahead and I can undo that. So Control Z or go to Edit Undo, and that force is now gone. So now that my truss is designed, I've got a model and I've got a check mark up here, a green check mark, so I know that I'm ready to go. So I can go hit Solve, and analysis is complete. Click OK, and now the options come up for reactions, and I can see my reaction forces, and I can go ahead and see my axial forces and whether my members are in tension or compression. Alright, that's how you use SkyCiv. Thank you for watching.